From out of the man cave and onto the air, it's your favorite voice of ecstasy. It's John St. John with the best morning after ever radio show. 30-some-odd minutes of happenings, discussions, and full frontal nudity. So put your arms around your speakers. It's John St. John.
Oh, yes, I am here. It's another wonderful show of the best morning after ever radio show. Welcome. Good morning. Thank you for listening. I am John St. John, your host, with my lovely, wonderful, beautiful, always happy to be here, co-host Cindy Lou. Yep. She's looking exceptionally good this morning. What did you style for the show? You thought we were going to be on video today or something?
It really is the morning after right now. So
you've had one of those nights, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
One of those.
Are you going to tell us? Tell us. Tease us. Tell us.
I would, but I don't remember it, so no.
One of those nights.
One of those nights. Yeah.
You know, I've heard some stories about you.
Wild weekend, folks.
In your past, I've heard in your past lifetimes you've had some nights where you don't remember.
It was all downhill from the.
I've heard you've been laid out on the floor a few times
from the TV show taping thing.
Really,
the live TV show that we did.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're talking about with Gentleman G.
Yeah. Wasn't that fun?
That always is fun. Just hanging out with Gentleman G, the governor, is interesting.
Yeah, the governor is a.
And you always gotta love Party, man. He's great.
And we, go out
and we finally got to meet Rich. You never met him before,
right?
He's their other producer guy.
Aha!
But they say, he likes to party all night and drink and talk all night with you.
Sure,
talk your head off.
But
nice guy though, real nice guy.
Yeah, but we're here. So.
Yeah, we're here now. We made it. I was fine that night. I don't know what you did after we left there. But
it kind of carried into Sunday and then.
Oh. Yeah.
Here we are.
You were expecting another snowmageddon, or however you say it?
Exactly.
So you figured, okay, I'll just get drunk all weekend and don't remember it Monday morning.
That's right, because if I can drink away the pain.
You sure there wasn't any interaction with Bruce Jenner?
No, I did not have any interaction with Bruce Jenner. But
are you sure?
I'm sure somebody probably did.
Yeah. Well, according to this article we're going to talk about in a second, yeah. He's his mom is even outing him, I guess, or talking about his secret lifestyle.
Okay.
So we're going to get into that in a moment. But, I just kind of want to talk about that whole community in general. I mean, I would think that our show is pretty friendly to the here, help me with this, LGBT community.
Apparently you're not friendly with it because you can't even get the acronym right.
I can never remember it. It's lesbian, bisexual,
and
so it's LGBT, lesbian,
it could
gay,
also be gay, lesbian, GLBT, if you want. But
lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender community.
Yes,
I would think we're friendly to that community by listening to us and having my co-host, having experiences in that lifestyle,
Well,
and of course,
it's not really a lifestyle. I think we kind of take a little. We all kind of. It's not really a lifestyle. It's not a choice. It's just how we live. So
okay,
it's not.
But it's a whole you have your own organization, you have your own private, clubs. You have your own area in Chicago. I would think that it's more than just a choice. I don't know.
Well,
whatever.
I mean, to each their own. And if it makes you happy, I mean, you can't control who you're attracted to.
It makes me happy having gotta
be you
having I want to have my own radio station and a harem of women always in the studio with me and taking care of me, if you know what I mean.
Right.
That's my fantasy.
Yeah
So, can that happen?
Maybe. I don't know.
Will the LGBT community
with you?
Thanks, Kingpin.
I mean, the harem of women.
That was his little.
I mean,
if
you're
zinger.
talking about a harem of women and then the LGBT community. I mean, they might be pretty burly women.
That sounded like a recording. You just inserted it. That was
not
funny.
Really into you either. So
Hey, you don't think I'm attracted to gay men?
Maybe they are. I mean, they kind of like the bears a little bit.
I have no. Wait, but I'm not hairy.
But
I just got a beard growing. That's about it. But where was I going with this? Oh, the whole transgender community thing. I would hope that people are listening to our show and enjoying it and enjoying hearing from Cindy Lou, who obviously, as people know that have listened, but if you haven't, Cindy Lou is part of the. Well, but you really, like you said, you don't participate, but you have experienced the transgender lifestyle.
Well, the thing is, they say there's a community, the transgender community, and maybe I don't.
And what do the people in that community look like?
They're just all other transgender people, but
big, bulky, but
the way I see
men.
it, but the way I see it, there really is no community because it's a lot of us that are just kind of doing our own thing, and we just don't care. There. Kind of like
you're just out there. You're out and proud.
Yeah, I'm not really even out. I mean, I just am what I am. I go through my life.
Wait, hold on. You got to back up and explain. I'm not really out.
Well,
when you say you're not really out, the term means
I'm not wearing
publicly told people that hey, yeah, I'm.
Well, I don't really make it a big public knowledge, but that's the thing. When I go to the store or just daily humdrum lifestyle things.
Well, here's what confuses me about your community.
I get by just fine as any average woman out there.
Okay, so you don't like the community. Here's what confuses me about the transgender person or lifestyle, whatever you want to say it is you, unless you're fully transformed with all of the female body parts and no more male parts, technically, if you are attracted to men, doesn't that just make you a gay man who went farther?
No, it doesn't. It makes you it goes to how you identify yourself.
I don't know why me as the host of the show. I'm very open-minded. I've done the movies. I've been in the industry.
It has nothing to do with you.
Why can't I get
Nor does it have anything to do with.
But why can't I get my head around this? You know how you get your arms around the speaker. Why can't I get my arms around this whole thing?
Well, because a person. However,
obviously, I'm accepting.
Right.
You're on the show,
right.
and I've known you before.
Any person out there. Take me, for example, how I feel and how I express myself as to my gender and stuff really has nothing to do with you or anybody else.
What do you mean it has nothing to do? I'm just saying in terms of
but I don't care about
the attraction. I'm talking about the attraction to who you're attracted to.
That's orientation. But the thing when you get to transgender stuff, it's not an issue of orientation. It's an issue of identity.
You don't care about me?
Well, no, I do care about you, but
I'm very hurt.
I care about you tremendously, and I'll make it up to you.
But
later
in a
on,
non-sexual.
baby.
Oh
no, I'm just no.
I'm not supposed to be telling everybody our secret bedtime. Our bedtime. Our bourgeois.
Right.
What the hell was that? Was that your alarm going off?
That was my text message.
Was that your alarm going off, telling you to wake up and do the show?
Somebody else telling me that I gotta say hi to them.
Yeah.
But
okay.
It's about your.
Wait, hold on. We gotta do a quick aside. What in the hell was that? Was that a song? What was that
it was just the newsflash thing.
Breaking news!
Breaking news!
I feel like Kermit the Frog or that character that used to be on Sesame Street Live. What the hell was he called? Not Guy Carson. Anyway, not Guy Smiley, or maybe it was Guy Smiley. That was the newscaster. Yeah. That's what that just sounded like. But anyway, back to the story. We're getting serious here. So the transgender. If you're a male going female or female, females go to male. We can talk about Chaz Bono in a moment too. But anyway, you go whatever way you're going. You've done it. But if you didn't do it all the way, like you've only done certain things, like you're taking hormones or you're taking testosterone, but you're attracted to the opposite sex, how does that not make you gay? Explain that to me.
It's not. It doesn't make you gay because
I would think. Wait, hold on. I would think I'm supposed to be an expert, knowing all about relationships, being in the movies, being in the industry, but I still don't get this. So go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Transgender people can be gay. They can be straight. They can be asexual. They can be pansexual. They can be bisexual. They can be any kind of sexual.
What's pansexual?
Pansexual means I don't really. It's kind of like all encompassing. It's similar to bisexual, but it's just like
You'll do whatever. You'll do the gerbil thing we talked about on another show.
It's like I'll find anybody that I can make a connection with, and it's not really exclusive to their real.
I can't believe I'm learning something every day here with this show, folks. So a pansexual, P-A-N-sexual, is a person who basically anything goes.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, basically, it's kind of like it's man, woman doesn't matter. I mean,
but if there's two men in the room and two women in the room, like in an orgy situation, pansexual means you'll just take whatever.
Maybe I guess I don't know.
I'm confused. Anyway, the big question is, you're not a gay male.
No,
you are a transgender woman.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
I
wanna
don't know how
understand.
hard this is. The thing about
Because this is in the news right now. We're about to get into the story, but I have my own news story right here in the studio with me. This is my co-host. She should be a speaker in the community. Talk about it. We need to get you out there to talk about this to people. You know, when we get to the public appearance, we need to have a little podium where, for information on the community, you know, or if you feel like being in the transgender community, you know, talk to Cindy Lou or something. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. But we had another news flash, apparently.
Anyway, yeah, we did.
Okay. So, back to the story. Here's what's going on. I grilled you, and I didn't mean... Look, trust me, I'm not trying to put you on the spot or be rude or mean or shock jockey, even though it's a little bit shocking. But, you know what I mean? I'm trying to understand, get my hands around the concept.
Put your arms around your
put
speakers.
my arms around my speakers.
Here's John.
And trying to figure this out. Right. Here's Johnny. Trying to figure out what is going on in the mind of a person. And we talked about this when you originally came on the show back in, I think, October of 2014.
Right. Well, like I said.
How do you get to this?
Okay, I'm going to
How do you get to this?
Try and break it down the way I kind of know it. There's the LGBT community. We've all kind of conglomerated together simply because there's not a whole lot of T's as part of that community.
Yeah.
Okay, it's very small.
We've talked about that before. The transgender community is
small thing.
What did you say?
But however,
20,000 or something?
Maybe 700,000 people in the country.
Okay.
But there's degrees to that. I mean, you know, transgender is one thing. It includes
transsexual.
It includes
transvestite.
Cross-dressers. You know, transvestite's not a good term. It's
not a good term.
Well, no, they don't. We don't like that. We don't use that. They're cross-dressers. You know, there's.
I think I've heard you say this off the air, but now you got to do another side.
You know, there's
transvestite. What's wrong with the term?
It's an old, outdated term,
which referred to men that dress in women's clothing. I thought
exactly, but now they're just cross-dressers.
Oh, pardon me for saying transvestite.
Yeah,
so you're a cross-dresser. You're not. Well, you aren't, but I'm saying.
But I am not. No, I am a transsexual woman.
No, you. I physically, biologically, have transformed into a woman. I get it. Not 100%.
Chemically, well, I mean, maybe not 100% as far as whatever, but that doesn't make any difference because nobody sees that part of me anyways. They only see what they see in public. You know, I'm not out flashing, you know, my genitals to anybody. So, you know, you know, but
why not? We could make some money on the side.
I portray I portray the fact that like when I'm out and about and people see me walking on the street, I think a lot of them just assume that I'm just like any other girl out there.
I think we got a new thing.
You know, so
we're going to flash our genitals at our public appearances.
Right.
If you want to see Cindy Lou's genitals, come out and see us at the Best Point After Ever Live.
So,
maybe people do. What do you mean
but
they
what
don't?
was I was getting on a train of thought, though. I was trying to break this down for you.
Okay, keep breaking it down.
What I'm doing. Okay, so the LGBT community.
You said there's not a lot of T's.
There's not a whole lot of T's and stuff.
Transgender.
Now, the L's, the B's, and the G's, that has everything to do with orientation. Who do you like? Who do you want to go to bed with?
Okay. Makes sense.
The T part is different because that's identity. Who do you want to go to bed as? When I go to bed, I'm just as much woman as anybody else.
Who you want to go to bed with is the other terms like you're bisexual, you're going with a man with a man, woman with a woman.
Who you're attracted
man
to.
And woman. Transgender is who you are.
Is who you are.
Maybe by the next show, I'll figure this out.
And if you can do that by the next
Tuesday
show,
morning,
you are well ahead of the curve because the rest of the world is not going to get it for quite a while.
And again, the numbers. You're saying in the transgender community, there's only like in the whole world.
Well, no, I don't know about the whole world, but I know in the country, they're estimated as in the country, the United States, America, they estimated at about 700,000 people.
I just can't believe there's even that many
that
people
identify as transgender. But
so Chaz Bono, Bruce Jenner's getting ready to do it. We're going to get into that in a second.
Right.
Cindy Lou. Those are three of 700,000 people in this country.
Well, and out of that term of 700,000, I mean that includes all the people that true transsexuals. They're pretty rare. They're still pretty rare. Okay?
Which is totally.
What?
From male to female or female to male when you say true.
Exactly what I'm doing.
You're doing it. You're already in it. I mean, you're it.
Pretty much there. So, you know, one little minor cosmetic thing and we're there.
A little couple of snips.
You know, and it almost really doesn't matter. I mean, because there are some people that just they can't get that.
Hold on. If you're getting intimate with somebody, though, you're going to want to use that. You're going to want to use the groin area.
Well, I mean, I guess by virtue of the fact that, yes, it still
You're going to want to use the genitals, what I'm saying.
I mean, I can. But, however, there's limits to that because there's things that I won't do.
See, this is such an interesting topic. We should be doing like panels in the LBGT community or LGBT, community. We should be doing some sort of panel discussion or be host at events. We got to get on
my rules. See, those are just my own personal rules. I mean, everybody else has got other things.
The point is, people want to hear about this.
Right.
Maybe not in the average Joe community that's on listening to Slam and YouTube and Blog Talk and stuff. But what about and iTunes? But what about people in the actual communities themselves?
Well.
When I say community, I mean people get together. They go to bars, and it happens to be an area in the neighborhood, or they go to association. There's actual there's a magazine, there's music stations. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about.
Right. Well,
what do you think I'm talking about when I say community?
Exactly. But what I guess what we can go on here on this train of thought here is that, I know kind of from experience from being online and whatnot, there is a very large amount of men. Just regular men, cisgender men.
Okay.
They are attracted to girls like myself, basically because they see porn and they kind of think oh, that's how it is. That's how it is. There are a lot of girls like myself who may still have their original equipment.
So but they don't. Wait, is this a fetish thing again?
Yeah, they but they don't like it. But the guys are like, well, I've seen this on a porno, so it's like I want a girl with a penis that stick it in me, and the girl with the penis is.
I've definitely we did some.
The girl with the penis is like, I don't really like my penis, and I'm sure as hell not going to stick it in you.
In my days doing film and production, and like I said, I was on camera a little bit, but. In those days, I remember doing the films where they had the strap-on. So you're saying you can act as the strap-on, basically, if you're a transgender, but still not all the way through the transition.
But most trans women that I know, they obviously they don't like that part of themselves, and they're sure not going to stick it in.
What's a transsexual? We kind of started talking about that too.
A transsexual is basically someone who has severe gender identity disorder.
But do they still have their male parts if they're a male and female parts if they're female? Yes, they do.
They were born technically in the wrong body, I guess is the easiest.
So wait, transsexual, transgender is the same thing? See, now you really got me going.
It's not the same thing.
All right.
Transsexual is part. You can be transsexual. You can be transgender.
Yeah.
There are all transsexuals are transgender. But not all transgender people are transsexual.
You blow my mind every time we talk about this off the air.
Crazy stuff.
Now we're on the air. We've got to do appearances. Folks, if you want to book us for appearances, you can definitely check out our Facebook page and email us. It's Facebook. It's on Facebook, obviously. The Best Morning After Ever radio show. Actually, Cindy Lou has her own page. You have a blog.
I do.
Where do we find you? They can contact you directly.
What did the Transcendence...
Transcendence.com?
Yeah, but it's CYNDENCE.
Spell it again. So
TRANS. No, TRNS. TRANSCYNDENCE.
Anyway, look her up on Facebook and look us up. We got links to it on our Facebook page.
Transcendent Institute, where we break
the Reverend
this all
Dr.
down to
Cindy
you.
Lou.
That's the Reverend Dr. Cindy Lou.
There you go.
We'll break it down for you.
Oh Lord! So we should do some appearances. We should have some studies. But the point is, this is fascinating. But it's not just fascinating because I just want to get my hands around this lifestyle.
It's not
it
just
actually
because
is
your
real.
Lovely co-host is.
I was going to say you're actually here, and it's like, wow, this is crazy. What's going on? But anyway, we do have a topic that we are going to discuss. But I am just blown. It's blown my mind what we talked about in the opening here. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back on the Best Morning After Ever radio show with, of course, John St. John, and Cindy Lou's going to get more into education right after this.
All righty.
This is Todd Imperato from the Radio Asylum, also TEI Entertainment. Are you looking for a DJ, an MC for an event? Would you like us to plan a party? Come on out and see us over at Brunswick Zone, River Grove on Fridays and see how we do things. And if you like it, you can give me a call at 773-750-8307. Party planning of all occasions. We do it all. Once again, that is TEI Entertainment, 773-750-8307. Call us now.
Don't miss him any longer. John St. John is back to fill your ears with his goodness on the Best Morning After Ever radio show. John?
Yeah, I'm. It's steaming in here. My head is just. It's just. I'm overloaded. I just cannot get. For some reason, this is John St. John. We're back on the Best Morning After Ever radio show. I'm talking to Cindy Lou, my co-host, but we're trying to delve into her lifestyle and let people know what's going on. And if they want to, know more about us and know more about the community or the lifestyle, I guess you could call it, you can definitely get a hold of us on Facebook through the Best Morning After Ever radio show Facebook page. And then you can just type it into Google. You'll find us. But anyway, so we're in the middle of transsexual. Go ahead and finish that off, and then we do have a story.
What needs to be finished off?
I guess I don't understand when you say... What the hell did you say before the break?
Transsexuals are a part of the transgender community. Not all transgender people are transsexual. Not all of them take to the extreme that I do. Some people...
Transsexual, not all transsexual. Okay, I think I got it.
So well, if you got it, that's pretty good, because it's been taking me like 39 years to get it. But, no. And most
to
of
get what? Now, do we need to talk... Is this a fetish you're talking about?
No, I'm saying...
You want to have the guy's penis in there and the girl at the same time?
No. It has nothing to do with...
Would you like a girl to strap on a dildo for you? What are you telling me?
I always wind up saying this whenever I'm in the thing, and I shouldn't really even have to educate, but I do every now and then.
It's not that you should have to, but people are wondering.
People
you don't exactly
people
look.
want to know. So what I do often say.
Actually, you do kind of look like a woman, realistically, but you can kind of tell that you might have had another gender at some point. But anyway, that's not what I'm getting at.
One of the big things I always tell people.
Why wouldn't you want to talk about it, though?
Well,
are you ashamed of it?
No, I just don't feel like it's really a big thing that I should even have to talk to. I mean, I think people should just accept me for being Cindy Lou, and that's all. So,
but now they know you're a bit of a celebrity. With 3,000 followers, you're a celebrity here. They're going to ask.
My ass, yeah.
Well, no, whatever.
Yeah, well,
a little bit.
But I always wind up telling people, and I don't know if I've mentioned this on the show before or something like that. I always wind up telling people when I'm talking about this, being transsexual has pretty much nothing to do with sex, the act. I mean,
now, let me ask you this. Do a religious community like the Catholics or even any kind of Christian or any religion for that matter, like in Saudi Arabia, you'd probably be your head would be chopped off.
Probably.
I think, or somewhere in the Middle East.
It's a good thing I don't live there. Yeah.
Right. You're in America. America, land of the free, home of the brave.
It's funny. It's funny, though, because, well, not funny, but like,
funny how?
Well, just funny, ironic, funny, I guess, that like Iran kind of leads the world in gender reassignment surgeries. Iran, of all places.
What?
Yeah, I mean, they do.
They actually allow it?
Well, they do allow it, and I'll tell you why. Do they allow it? Because they don't have gay people there, so they figure, if you're a man and you want to live, with another man and you want to do that, well, one of you better get changed and be a woman.
Oh, so they require.
I mean, so it's kind of bizarre.
So your lifestyle is required in Iran for
and
people.
And what you get in Iran is a whole bunch of pissed off gay guys that are like, I really didn't want to get my thing, cut out, but.
I think that gave us enough background. We can, like I said, get to us on Facebook or on her, and find Cindy Lou, and you can get to her Transcendence blog. We'll put a Transcendence blog. We'll put a link up on our page. But I want to get into the story that brought this whole topic up. Everybody knows who Bruce Jenner is. Yeah, we got plenty of time.
Bruce Jenner?
We got like 7 minutes. We're good. Yeah. Bruce Jenner, the runner, the Olympic athlete from the 70s that's now on a TV show like constantly. Like he's all over.
Yes.
Well, he did finally get a divorce, and now he's decided he's going to come out.
Okay.
But come out in a big way. I mean, he's been doing gender reassignment surgery, basically.
Or he's working on
He's got the shaved Adam's apple.
He's going through a transition.
Did you do that, by the way?
No, I never actually had an Adam's apple, not a pronounced one.
Oh.
There might be a little something.
I've never even looked. Anyway, so he did the Adam's apple shaving. He's wearing earrings. He grew out his hair. He had some transplants to make his hair longer on the front, and then, of course, he's probably got extension. But anyway, here's the latest story. Bruce Jenner's mom is opening up about his gender journey. So with speculation flying, Bruce Jenner's mother opened up just recently this week about his gender journey. Esther Jenner, who's 88 years old, has been besieged by calls from the media in recent days, but the widow in Lewiston, Idaho, isn't interested in fueling gossip. Instead, in a wide-ranging, nearly hour-long phone interview, she praised her Olympian son for his courage, interesting, stopping short of some details that have been floated by unnamed sources online and, of course, in all, Star and what's the one, the big one in
the
London?
National Enquirer?
No, the one in London. I forget what it's called. OK or whatever. So anyway, Bruce Jenner, who has won gold as a decathlete, obviously. Remember, it was actually back in '76, almost 40 years ago.
Okay.
The Summer Games back then. And he's not really publicly spoken about transitioning into a woman. It's just obvious.
It's
and the rest of the family and the tabloids have been speaking about it.
Right.
So Bruce Jenner, basically, he's not really commenting, as I said. So a publicist and he's 65 years old now, by the way. Kind of weird that he waited that long to do this.
It's a late in life type of thing.
It really is. His appearance basically has become so much feminine. It's just obvious now. He's got breasts.
But it's just. Yeah, but when you wait to do it that long, you're not going to get the greatest results.
I don't know. It seems like it's working out okay for him.
I mean, I just hope that
he does look kind of womanly.
I just hope
he looks like an old
I just
woman,
hope that he, or actually, as we should probably call her, she is now getting happy, because eventually it will come to that, and he will say, "No, I am now."
So she's going to be Brucina or something, or
well, she's going to have to change her name.
Brendolyn or Brenda.
I don't
Jenner.
know any women named Bruce.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
here's the deal. The publicist for the 65-year-old Jenner also would not comment about Jenner's mother's remarks, nor would E on word that Jenner will appear in a reality series about his journey. But that's basically what's going on in Hollywood now.
And that's another thing, because then it's kind of just exploitive. But I think for the general population, in America, maybe it's a little bit educational for them to kind of understand it.
Bruce definitely did something with his eyes and his nose. I mean, he definitely looks more womanly. There's no doubt.
I mean, the push for transgender rights, it is kind of like one of the last things that we can actually, for ultimate human rights and stuff, is we got to tackle that one. And
you think Bruce Jenner could be the spokesperson, or Chaz Bono, I guess?
Well, I don't think Chaz Bono wants to be the thing. I know he does speak out about it. If you've ever heard Lana Wachowski speak, she actually does a very good job.
Who's that?
She was one of the Wachowski brothers.
I don't know who that is.
They made The Matrix. And,
those guys. Yeah.
Well, yeah, there was
the girl and guy.
Yeah, but one of the brothers
is now a woman.
Is now Lana.
Yeah, no, I got you. Now, here's an actual quote. Speaking of back to Bruce again, Jenner's mom was quoted for saying, "It was brief that I talked with him, and I said I was proud of him, and that I'll always love him. I never thought I could be more proud of Bruce when he had reached his goal in '76, but I'm actually more proud of him now. It takes a lot of courage to do what he's doing." So, Cindy Lou, you and Bruce Jenner have something in common. You're very courageous.
Well,
to talk about it live on the air here, and obviously in public in the tabloids with him.
Courageous comes out of being scared shitless.
So you guys are both a little scared. You need to hold each other.
It takes
Do you need me to hold you?
It took a lot of time for me to be brave enough to do this.
Bruce's parents are obviously accepting of him. What are you feeling at the home front? Are your parents feeling that this is cool? And
I'm keeping the home front together.
No, I mean they're good with
fine.
it. Then.
They're fine.
What are you saying? You're paying their bills, so they have to kind of be fine with it.
No. They're great with it. I mean, in fact, I think they actually, I think they now that it's been a few years, they're actually probably happier with me, because they know I'm a lot happier. And
are you happy?
Yeah.
More happy than when you were the other
Absolutely.
guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, I think
you don't drink as much?
Well, not as much, no. But
still like partying, huh?
But everybody's, but yeah, I mean, I think everybody's kind of happier because they know that I'm happier. So
let me get more into this.
Unfortunately, it doesn't happen to everybody who walks down this path.
Well, this interview with Jenner, his mom, Bruce Jenner's mom, actually was with AP, by the way. So here's another little clip before we finish off here to finish this story. Actually, AP asked the question. So he's opened up in terms of his gender identity, which is, which he's now owning, obviously, as opposed to hiding it like so many other transgender people have done. But obviously, Cindy Lou, you don't. Is that correct? And Jenner's mom responded, "That's absolutely right." He said, "Mom, I'm still the same person. I'm still going to race cars. I'm still going to fly airplanes. And I'm going to go get my helicopter license."
Yeah.
So the next question that AP asked was, how did it feel for him to come out to you and explain, Miss Jenner? And Miss Jenner responds, "When I first learned about it, yes, of course, it was a surprise." So that's the story of Bruce Jenner coming out.
And usually it was a surprise because, I if you were that ultra manly man type of person like Bruce Jenner.
I don't know how ultra manly he was. He was a runner.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
By the way, she was shot. It says that she was
shot. He put up that macho image, and I think I used to probably put up that.
She's having the same problem though as trying to wrap around it. So I'm having the same
and we're
problem.
Having the problem that we're running out of time.
Oh, we got to wrap it up. So we still can't wrap around this whole topic. We'll talk about it again on another show. Everybody have a great day. Thanks for listening to the Best Morning After Ever, of course, with John St. John and who?
Well, we got to do the Spreaker and the YouTube.
Oh yeah, you can listen to us on Spreaker, YouTube. Our Spreaker, Slam Internet Radio, of course, and Spreaker. Look at us on YouTube. Listen to our clips. Of course, iHeart, iTunes. Not iHeart. We're trying to get an iHeart. But iTunes, Blog Talk Radio, and then, the main place is Slam Internet Radio. Right. So everybody take care of that. Again, with Cindy Lou.